Yo, what's up, everybody? It's here to talk about Game of Thrones, episode 2, season 6. We're going to talk about the top 5 moments, all right? And I know y'all see me right now. You know, you caught me on my lunch break. I go to the gym during lunch, so you're catching me in between there. But I want to get this video content out as quickly as possible for you guys. Last time I got a lot of flack because I waited like 4 or 5 days, you know, so a lot of people talking shit, but that's okay. Let's talk about this. Top 5 moments. Number 5 was the flashback moment with Bran and the Three-Eyed Raven, the Blood Raven. They went back through time and they were watching young Ned Stark train with Benjen. And you got to see Lyanna Stark come out. Now, I thought that was a real good moment because you got to see how bad they were talking about, oh, stop showing off. She was on horseback. She's like a little girl on horseback with armor, with a play sword, with the shield. You know, so it shows you as a little girl, she was even a fucking warrior back then, which I thought was pretty good. I thought that was awesome because now you could definitely tell that's Jon Snow's mom. This girl was a badass way back when she was a kid. And she was talking about her brother should joust with Odor. And we find out that Odor's real name is Willis, and that Odor can actually talk. We also found out that old Nan's not 100 years old. She's only like she's younger than Melisandre. She's only like maybe 80 years old or something. Like, you know, she's not even as old as Melisandre. So I thought that was pretty good. We got to see some of those things with the Starks. And the Three-Eyed Raven pulled Bran away. I guess there's limits to that power. So I thought that was good to show because from the book, it made me think that Bran was like all powerful after joining with the tree. But I guess there's limits to even the sight. Number 4, Ramsay kills his whole family. I thought that was fucking horrible. I mean, he killed his dad. I saw that coming. I think we all knew that was going to come. He's going to kill his baby brother. We all knew that was going to happen. Killing Fat Walda, I didn't think that was a smart thing because she is a Frey. And now that's like one of your biggest allies. Now they're an enemy. I definitely didn't see him sicking the dogs on them. Like, poison them or some shit, but don't have them eaten alive. That's pretty brutal. And the showrunners, like, they try to go above and beyond to make, like, Ramsay look like a nasty person. It's like, we already know it's evil. You don't have to feed them to the dogs, like, eaten alive. So, I guess they gave a prelude to that last episode. And, fucking Karstark's bitch ass was all down for it. I hated that. Like, what the fuck, Karstark? Like, you know, like, where's your humanity? So he was a dick. Roose definitely didn't see that shit coming. The Maester, he was shocked, but he was like, shit, I don't want to get killed, so alright, I'll tell. If you haven't noticed, this season, there's been a lot of, like, family on family killing. Like, I thought in the show being a kinslayer was such a bad thing, but in the show, this season, it's been like a nonstop thing. Number 3. Euron the Crow's Eye. I thought that Euron the Crow's Eye scene was like underwhelming as fuck. Like, I thought he was going to come out like a badass. I thought that whole scene where I am the storm, brother. I thought that was going to be some powerful shit. I mean, that line was so weak. I mean, good writing, but just a horrible acting job. I mean, he should have came out like, I am the drowned god. That's what he should have been saying. Like, he should have came out there powerful, but he really wasn't, man. He was just like a normal guy. I am the drowned god. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a normal conversation. No, I wanted Euron the Crow's Eye to be like an evil Jon Snow. Like, this dude's a fucking problem. Like, I mean, he kind of came out there like, oh, I am the storm. Like, no, that doesn't excite me. What excites me is if you're talking to me like I'm a regular man, but brother, I am the storm. That's what I wanted to see, some shit like that. But it didn't happen, man. Damn, sucks. Number 2, Tyrion tames the dragons. I thought that was pretty good. He came out there, Missandei, I'm sorry. She was kind of shocked at what he was doing. You know for a fact, Varys was like, what the fuck? But Tyrion was real confident about that shit. He came out, he went in there talking to the dragons, and he was able to get close and take one of the chains off. And when he did that to the first dragon, the second dragon came up, turned its neck towards him, and he took the chain off the second dragon. So he showed that you can actually be friendly to the dragons and there not be a problem. That doesn't mean that he's a Targaryen, and that definitely doesn't fucking mean he could fly a dragon. What it means is the dragons don't necessarily kill friends. Now, if you see, the first thing he asked was, Missandei, do the dragons ever try to harm you? She said no. That means that the dragons can be tamed. They can be friendly. Can they do what the fuck you tell them to do? No, I didn't say all that, but they necessarily might not eat your ass. And that's a big deal. So Tyrion, plus the Tyrion, he said, punch me in the face if I ever say anything like that again. And then he said that famous line everybody loves, I drink and I know things. Number 1, Jon Snow gets brought back to life. Davos had to do a little convincing on his part to bring, Melisandre into the fold, to bring Jon back. At first, she didn't believe it. She cleaned him up, cut his hair, speaking all in High Valyrian. And you could tell she had a little bit of doubt, but she was really hoping that it worked. And it did. She doesn't know yet. And I think everybody was kind of like on edge, like, oh, it might not work. But when I saw Ghost asleep, I knew it wasn't going to work yet. I knew Ghost had to wake up for it to actually work. And as soon as Ghost woke up, Jon was awake. He woke up. So I thought that was it wasn't an obvious thing, but it should have shown you that there's a connection between those two. If Ghost isn't even awake, it's not going to work. Giantsbane left the room kind of like, whatever, bitch. And, but it looked like it worked for the most part. And I thought that was really good on the showrunners and everybody. It happened kind of early. Episode 2 is real early. I thought it was going to be like episode 8 or something. They could have drawn it out, but they're shortening up the season. So, hey, I also like the fact that they have a lot of the wildlings are there now. 1-1, the giant is there. So Jon has a fighting force because Ramsay's coming. Ramsay's coming to Castle Black. He's looking for Sansa. Sansa's headed towards Castle Black. So they might reunite with Jon Snow. Sansa and Jon Snow, 2 Starks, will finally be together again. So I thought that was real good. I can't wait till next week's episode. Looks like the Tower of Joy is here. You know what I'm saying? We get to see your boy Ned Stark as a young man fighting. He's fighting the Kingsguard. I don't think it's Arthur Dayne. I think it's Gerald Hightower and Oswald Went. I don't think he's gonna be fighting Arthur Dayne because I didn't see anybody who looked like the Sword of the Morning. I didn't see a glowing sword or anything like that. So I don't think it's him. But I do think it's going to look like a real good fight. And that's really what I'm looking forward to next episode. Everything else, whatever, Arya and all that stuff, I just want to see the Tower of Joy. That's what I'm really looking forward to. So I think it's going to be awesome. But I hope you guys like this review, top 5. I'm also going to do a Q&A, and I'm also going to talk more about Lyanna Stark. Because I think we need to focus more. And there's a lot of people who don't watch the show, a lot of black people. They ask me questions, so I'm going to answer them. But like this video, share, subscribe, and all in all, good talk, y'all. Peace.